It may be in a remote area of Mongolia, but Bat Tok Tok's traditional house has all the modern comforts she needs, including a freezer.
Before we had no light, just candles. It's been 4 years since we bought the freezer and it has really made life easier.
A quick tilt to the solar panel outside several times a day is all it takes to power her home. In the cities, power still comes from cheap and plentiful coal, but changes are underway. Mongolia has some of the world's largest untapped reserves of coal, which is its biggest export. But that isn't stopping the exploration of vast energy resources found above the ground. 220 kilometers north of the capital Ulaanbaatar, the country's first commercial solar plant is now supplying the central electricity grid. Funded by Japan, part of a bilateral emissions reduction program, it's seen as a big boost to Mongolia's renewable energy sector.
Even here, in the northern part of Mongolia, this 10-megawatt solar plant is working well. If it worked well here, there is no reason to deny the opportunity of harnessing solar power from here all the way to the southern border of Mongolia.
Mongolia is one of the least populated countries in the world, but mining and livestock herding are its biggest industries. The government is keen to cap the country's greenhouse gas emissions by promoting renewable energy.
Emission per capita or carbon intensity compared to the Asian region is quite high. That's why the government mostly focuses on reducing the GHG emissions, especially from the energy sector under the Paris Agreement.
The target is to supply 20% of the country's energy needs with renewables by 2020. But beyond climate goals, renewables are also seen as good business. Mongolia's first commercial wind farm is now 5 years old. The company behind it is working on a second 50-megawatt farm in the Gobi Desert with Japan's SoftBank.
Now we need to start thinking bigger and start connecting the dots and building transmission lines and bigger wind farms and solar plants for us to be able to ultimately give power not to just China, but to Korea and then ultimately to Japan.
With renewables not yet supplying 10% of the country's energy, the export goal may appear a distant one. But as long as the sun shines and the wind blows, Mongolia seems ready to go the distance. Pearly, Al Jazeera, Mongolia.